minutes. Let's do a little. Huh? No, I mean 17 minutes. I don't know. I'm tired.
5 minutes.
Yeah, 25 minutes. Okay, so let's do. We have Sifra Tzniuta to finish here, and let's do that. Looking ahead that going back to the we're gonna finish this up now. Going back is it looks like a very interesting the start of the next one. Shita Nafkim Ma'anfa. That one. Looks like there's some interesting stuff there. Did I get down to where we're at supposed to be reading number Teth Zion down at the bottom, or did I do that already? Do you remember? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go to number Dalit. I'm gonna finish this up, and I'm gonna go over to the other side. So let's see, about Hadras Melech, this is number Dalit here on page Tov Kuf Pei Beit. He says, the Hadras Melech says like this, Mashba Katzaz B'Chatam. So we're talking about the phrase Katrin Rechimen Mischabkan, and concerned about, or the interest of things to be like what a chibuk means. So why? So Mashba Katzaz Hatam, Sheneket Kam Chibuk V'lo Zivug. Hum B'Shem D'Lefi Darko, Iri Kan Heim Ba'Abba Ve'ima, we're talking about Abba Ve'ima, Shniskal, the Mezecha Bezecha Besod Reim, so they're called Reim over there. Ve'heim Bezer V'nuk, Shniskal, the Bezecha Bezecha Besod Doidim. So we have just these different kinds of languages here that we want to talk about. Abba Ve'ima is Reim, and Zeranpin and the Nook are Yod Dodim. Now, for example, like in L'chadodi, not L'chadodi, well, that for example, but I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say the Shira Shirim. Here, he's labeling that as having to do with the word Dod, and that being associated with Zerva Nook, Ayin Sham. Became Shekain, so that's the case. He used the lake as Zivug to Dirich of Zerva Nook, so you don't have that. So neket kan chibuk. So therefore he says the word chibuk here. So number hey. Number hey says bezoar chai kan, bir kan ba'orach levidarko, v'na'ata v'kam kasas l'shona v'zel l'shona b'toch devarov. He said be'ez achsa. Be'ez, I guess it means now. Achsa b'dadata klidim dabado. Now, here we go. He says, first of all, let's go see. Okay, so we have an idea, whatever they are, whether we're talking about Zachav and Nuk, or we're talking about Abba Ve'ima, at any rate, they're Kalil and Dabada. Then he says the Bina is hidden Bekots Hatachton Bishvil. Now he just used the words of Bishvil, I forgot which they are, with Bishvil and the Siv. So he says, what's the Kutz Hatachton Bishvil? It's Yisod. So I don't understand how that goes exactly. V'okol Behelim, but the whole thing is really hidden. Now, exactly what he means, I'm not sure. Azhu and Yanake Lahu Lishnei Osias Vav Dal Shem Achso Mudat. And then, and this maybe had to be read again, just try to get some idea. Then he says what? Hu Yanake, he feeds, I guess, Lahu Lishnei Osias Vav and Dalit. So again, the kutz, say, there's a use of we had kutz there for the upper right corner of the hay. Now he's using the kutz. I don't know. It sounds like he's talking about maybe, I don't know, a yud, right? Because he says, so he says, v'chakol behelim, az hu yinaka l'chu l'shnei osius v'ovendov. And so then when that happens, or whatever that was, or maybe read it again, it feeds the vav and the dalid, which are another set of yuds, which another yud, Shehem Achsar B'Bedata, and he says Vav and Dalid could be identified as that's what you mean Achsar B'Bedata. So this kutz that he's talking about, which I don't have any evidence about exactly what he means, He says it sounds like the Risruk a little bit. The Vav Dal Shem Achso Madata Kalilin Dal Bedacha Yud K, and then they get incorporated with each other in the names Yud and K. So we could find that in different ways, and here he's spelling the K with the Yud. And that what is the Yud and K? The Yud and K is Chachma Bina, but it's incorporated in there in a secret way, in a hidden way. So I haven't really gotten a picture of where we're talking about. They're two lovers that are hugging. V'hu bizman yenika ozhu chibuk, and it's not it's a time of continence. So that's yenika, where they're out and they're alive or independent or whatever they are. They're born out, but they're hugging. That's all they could do because they're just a vok. Let's say here shar hapartzufim be'inyan chibuk zivug nishuk. So he has these words, chibuk, zivug, and nishuk. Now going into that. Ki shlosha partzufim de'avkor de'iver yenika mochim. So let's talk about that. So the Ivor, to me, is the Nai stage, the Nika is the Chagat Nai stage, and the Mochin is the Chabad Chagat Nai stage. So let's read again. He says, Ki Shlosha Partzufim, the Ivor, Yanika, Mochin, but his Chavram, when they come into oneness, or they join together, Kol Hakol, so his Chavram Hakol, when all are joined together, V'na'atzim parts of Echo, they become one parts of, they're all moving together. Ozhu hazivug gamor, this is the ultimate zivug. B'yisod atachton, in the lower yisod. B'kol the b'chindav nishu chibug zivug. Now let me just read this again. He says hakol na'asim parts of echad. No problem with that thought. They become altogether one. Ozhu hazivug gamor. This is a complete zivug. B'yisod the tachton, which takes place in the yisod, in the lower part, because this is the ultimate place of connection. B'kol habechinos nishuk chibuk zivug, all of them, this place, that's where it takes place. It takes place in the bottom part, which is the place where the zivug takes place in the yisodos. Because you ain't parts of yanika, and when you only have a yanika, which is a vok, hu bechinos chibuk, then you're talking about the aspect called chibuk, which is hugging, because there is no lower yichud. The zivug elyon, the parts of amochim, zecha bezecha bechubasod neshiki. Now let's go back. So he has some things on this, maybe coming up will be interesting. He said bezivug elyon, the parts of amochim, so the upper zivug that takes place in the parts of the mochim, that somewhere pnimisdik. And that has to be in the secret of Neshik. In another place, I think later we're going to see that has to do with the Chek, with the Garon of Eric Anpin, possibly. The parts of Chagat, let's go back to this, which is the Chagat. Mizchabkan b'yadayim zech b'zeh. Now here's another idea. Yadayim, I think, means arms here, not just hands. But he says, but parts of Chagat, Mizchabkim, so they hug together with their hands hug together. I think the word is arms. And then when you can get, they're incorporated in each other. I guess he means in the Yanika stage. Besod ha'elam, his kal the besod yud. So he said yud. The yud, the abba ve'ima, yinake lohon. So when they can come together, there's a little bit missing here, but I think so when the vav and daled become one, besod the elam, but yichala besod yud, because the vav and daled actually are yud, but you have to go backwards, because the vav and daled are coming out of the yud. You go backwards, and they're in this column, they're in this column back into a yud again. And that is Abba Ve'ima. So therefore, that yichud that's taking place at this time, between Abba Ve'ima, Yinaka Lahon La'osias Vav and Dalad, they feed the Vav and Dalad, Shna'asim do. So this going back the other way again, I'm getting myself really confused, but this is what he's saying, and we could look at it one more time in a minute, but it becomes the hay. Haim besod parts of Yanika. So basically, I think he said that the Yud can become a Vav Daled. And the Vav Daled is really a Yud. But that Yud has the ability, because it's in the form of a Vav Daled, part of the Vav Daled part, it makes a second generation, which is the parts of the Hay. Haim besod parts of Yanika, but that's parts of Yanika, Katrin Rechimen, the Beschavkim, Daika besod Yanika, so that they come together in the sake of that stage, that middle stage of, let's say, what's Chagat is like what we say, later childhood, let's say. And you shouldn't say Haim Sham besod Ivor, don't say that they're in the Ivor stage. El Begilu Yosef besod Ivor, Vav Mamish. So it's a Gilu Yoser than the I don't know what this phrase is, besod Iver Vav Mamish Im Dalet. So it's a later stage in some way. It's the Vav and the Dalet ki besod Iver Hu Vav. Then the Iver stage, it's just a Vav Katia Bilti Rosh, without a head. Ad Kan V'Ain Sham Od. That's the language that he used over there. And it's missing some pieces for me to be able to really understand it well. Now, in the next couple of minutes, let's just look over here at the where we're at now in the new piece. The new piece is going to start on page Kuf Gimel. And I'm just reading across the top. He says, Shita nafgim ma'anfa the sharsha the gufa. So 6 come out from this branch. I'm not sure what he means by that. The sharsha the gufa, that has a root in the body. Now, body means teferis, really, in Kabbalah, right? Lishan mamala ravravan. Then he says that the tongue speaks great things, speaks great, big, or big things. So then he says a little bit more. He says, Lishan da sasim ben yud v'kei. He said the Lishan, this tongue, is closed up, or hidden, I don't know, closed up, or it's in between, sealed, in between the yud and the kei, which is Abba Ve'ima in some way. Dichsiv, Zeh yomer l'Hashem. This one says to Hashem, Ani v'zeh yikru b'shem. So he said, what? B'shem Ani, v'zeh yikaro b'shem Yaakov, v'zeh, so, and that will be called in the name of Yaakov, v'zeh yichtov yado l'Hashem. And this one, I don't know, I can't translate, I'm not translating it well, I didn't go this far, I forgot. Yidei l'Hashem u'b'shem Yisrael yechane mamish. Be called by Yaakov. Something interchanged between Yaakov and Hashem, the different names. And Yisrael, Zeh yomer l'Hashem ani achasa. So here we go back to achasa again. This says to Hashem, I am achasa. So achasa, we're still trying to work on what achasa could possibly mean. I guess that got us to the 7:30 point, so let's go over to this other place, which is difficult. And we'll pick this up next time, Meltz Hashem, next time, and today is the 7th of Iyar. All right. Let's all mixed up here.